stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me. Got a brand new vibe.
We're at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Houston Texans.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
If you know about the carport, them trapdoors supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Let's go. Black 30. Make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all.
Anthony McFarland, his first carry of the ball game. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Bernardrick McKinney.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Alert. Here I come.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
77. 4 down. Check 26.
From the gun, this will be McFarland. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Let him know.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Whitney merciless. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Brings up 3rd down.
Snickers. Check. Slams. Focus. Jack 16.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's got a man, complete. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Hey, come on. Jack 16. Switch.
On 1st down, McFarland. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The ball carrier.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And the Texans first down.
Watch the pass. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. To throw is Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Complete to Will Fuller.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
One set. 19. 98 to Mike. Night, sweetheart. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
3rd and 2. Watson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
A gain of 9 yards.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Know your job. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
To the air yet again. Watson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. Give him 16 yards on the play. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. We're scoreless after 1. Now a first down throw, Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
17 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Duke Johnson, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Steelers nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on the...
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney Merciless picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41. What? Watch the slant. 41 mic. 41 mic. Right here. 41 mic. No spacing. Here we go. Check nickel. These two.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Steelers.
Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
At the 47-yard line.
On 1st down, McFarland. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Bernardrick McKinney on
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
The ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
It's complete downfield out left to his running back.
That's good.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Going for it all. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they're not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
2nd and 10.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. McFarland, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40, the 20. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Johnson.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points.
Watch the backer, watch the backer. Watch 98, watch 98. 98's the mic. Rabbit. Hey, 59! Watch 98, watch 98. 98.
On second down, here's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown,
Watson
Texans.
Complete to Jordan Akins.
Jordan Akins,
Touchdown,
his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Intercepted by the
second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
98's the mic. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Check.
Watson off play action. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Johnson on the return. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Legendary on the field, kind of drip with a skill, just a high cruise a field, ain't nothing to the heel. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, yeah.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead, now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
I'm loaded with bills, cause I was a blessed with no Uncle Phil. Don't know how it feels. I wanted to flex and told me to chill. I'm making a flip.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
All day, every day, any day. Watch the safety creep. Check the backer, check the backer. 59. I know time.
That's caught out wide by Stills. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Watch the flat, motion, pop, play alert. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch 98, watch 98. 98's mine, go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
21 yards.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
98's the mic. It's our field. It's our field.
On 1st down, Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Pass complete from Watson to Akins. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
24. 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Watson looks to throw again. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
First down, Texans.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Strip that ball. Strip that ball.
From the red zone now, Watson. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Complete to
Duke Johnson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
Don't ask me a thing, how I got it, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Houston.
Duke Johnson.
Duke Johnson. His third touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Reed. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Check hot route. Hot. 199. 98's the mic.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Maybe the team, maybe the camp, maybe the crew. You need to win, we need to win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave an outline when I hear.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Watch 98. 98's the mic. Watch the screen. 55.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker PeeWee Fairbairn comes on. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35. On 1st down, McFarland. And he's got room. Past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Anthony McFarland, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
31, Steelers 9.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
For Pittsburgh. Randall Cobb on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on.
199, 98.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Devin Bush, the Steelers' leading tackler as a rookie last year, gets another there.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw on second is Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. They'll run on first down. McFarland. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Gary and Conley. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And this will be a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He'll get this one to McFarland out of the backfield. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards.
First and 10 at the 31.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
49, check 49, check 49.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Dobbs pass.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Here's second and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Pick up the ball. Mike 41. We've got to wedge that.
Throwing again. Dobbs. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
If you know, you know. If you know about the carport, them trapdoors supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
17 yards.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Watson's going to throw it here. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his first touchdown of the new season. And this offense is running away with this one. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next? And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Protection's certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And now this throw complete to Washington. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
from the gun on third down. Dobbs, and he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Dobbs out to his left, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
They'll take over.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Number 25.
It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Texans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash.